Oh, got the MF Doom. Let me play that back. Yeah, what's going on, y'all? It is the Joey Digital. I'm here. I got the crazy chain on, crazy with the labradorite. I got some pyrite going on. I got some I got some selenite in there. I don't know what else I got. I got something else in there. Who knows? Who knows? I got the selenite. That's all I know. I got selenite. I got the labradorite, which is good for protection, transformation. I got the pyrite, which is good for money, you know, abundance, prosperity. Selenite, which is, let me talk to y'all about these crystals real quick. This is selenite right here. It's for that. You know what I mean? And that just cleans up your aura, cleans up your air, your energy body. You know, so I'm always wearing selenite. Yeah, man, we up in here, man. It is Joey Digital. I'm here. You are here. We are all here. We locked in. You know, got the MF Doom going. Y'all don't want to hear me freestyle, do y'all? No, I'm just playing with y'all. Man, listen. I just got finished going live. And I'm back again like I left something. You know what I'm saying? Feeling great. Looking greater. Look, I'm here. Here's the message. Cut them ties, man. Cut them ties from them people that's not rocking with y'all, man. Get them people up out of your energy space, man. Get them people. If you are a planet and you out of space, and them being in your space is not what you planned, get them away from your planet. Get them into another galaxy. Get them into another space, because you got your own Andromeda going on. You know what I mean? The energy is real and live and raw, and your energy is too fire to be having people hating and pushing y'all, you know, trying to push y'all low so that they can look like they better. When you the one doing all the work, you the one doing all the work, you the one doing all the shadow work, you the one doing all the ascension downloads, all that stuff. I want to show y'all what crystals I got going on. You know, I got the black obsidian. You know, this is very powerful truth stone. I actually paired that up with the bismuth. I got bismuth going right here. You know, so you know, this is like shamanic right here. This is a shamanic. It's for shamans. You know what I mean? And this right here is gonna tell you the truth. It's gonna keep it honest with you, and it's gonna show you about you. So if you hiding from yourself, when you know this journey is about knowing thyself, this is gonna bring it to the light. Only so that you can solve it, though. You know, it's not nothing scary about it, but it's definitely a power stone. Yeah. Anyways, you gotta get them people out of your space. If they're not rocking with your space, if they hogging up the space in the place, you gotta get them out of your face all the way out the way, because y'all the ace. You know what I mean? That's a freestyle. Those is bars. Listen, we in the mix, man. You know, and I just want to let you know that you are exactly who you think you are. You are the best. You know, and there's nobody who can do what you do quite exactly like you do what you do. You know, go ahead and hit that like button. You know what I mean? I'm keeping it 1,000 glasses of pure coconut water with y'all, and it is what it is. You know, I'm in a place right now in my life where I'm starting over. You know, it took me about 2 years, 2.5 years, definitely on YouTube, and I'm starting over in this moment. You know, it's been a lot of cord cutting. It's been a lot of people that, you know, they was hogging up the spot. You know what I mean? And they had to get cut out the way. You know, respectfully, it wasn't no, you know me, man. I'm not like on no kind of time, you know, because I'm worried about my energy. I'm worried about how I show up. So you already know it's always love and light and everything like that. It's just, it's a lot of people that let's be clear, let's be honest, you know, there's a lot of people that just be in the way, you know, and they're not showing y'all the kind of love that y'all deserve. Y'all deserve to be celebrated. Y'all deserve to be loved on. Y'all deserve to be, you know, the champion, because y'all already was champions before y'all even started. Y'all was doing the most. Y'all was doing a lot, and y'all was um really showing up for yourself, even when it didn't look good. It didn't look like it was time for y'all to be putting yourself first, but y'all really did. Y'all found the courage to put yourself first. Y'all found the courage to find your voice and use your voice. You know, matter of fact, the black tourmaline in this piece. You know, energy protection, energy protection. It take that aura and push it back. You know, it take your aura, it clean your energy, and it cleans the energy around you. You got the selenite. Boom. Selenite will clean this black tourmaline. You know what I mean? You know, and there's been a, you know, it's a lot of stuff that I've been definitely noticing as of late. Actually, last night I had like this. I don't know what it was, man, but I just had like this feeling, man, where I know my worth. You know, it's not a bad feeling. You know, it's actually it's a beautiful place to come to, especially when you are an empath. I like to call myself a super empath, because I'm, you know, anybody I'm around, I can feel whatever they're going through. You know, I can feel their love. I can feel their love. I can feel their pain. Less can free you. You know, I got the MF Doom going, y'all. Ooh, I love this beat. Ooh, I should rap over this. Yeah, I'm a super empath, and a lot of people I'm around, I can feel the energy. A lot of places where I go, I can feel the energy, right? Sometimes supermarkets, different places. And you know, I've been going places lately that used to be kind of like safe spaces, and you know, you feel the energy shifting, and I know that if I wasn't conscious, I would blame shift, right? But because I'm conscious, I'm already asking the universe, like, what am I supposed to learn about myself right now? Because clearly there's something that I need to be learning, right? And the first thing that the universe showed me, the first thing God showed me, is protect your energy. You know, because now you're in a spot where your energy is super positive. You're in a space where you don't have to beg for validation. You're not begging anybody to live. You're not begging anybody to rock with you, or to show you the love that you know you deserve. You're fully sufficient. You know, you're fully sufficient, and in how you coming through, and how you showing up, and how you are perceiving yourself finally for the first time. And you know, a lot of places I gotta keep it real with y'all. Like, you know, it's been places where it used to be cool to go to them, and you know, you feel like you can kind of move through a lot of different spaces however you want, and you know, it was always love. And then sometimes you realize, like, the energy shift, and perfect time to pull it up. You know, perfect time to pull it up. What crystal should I pull up? Hematite. Perfect for balancing your chakra system. Crown, third eye, mouth, I guess your throat chakra, heart, solar plexus. I know I gotta get my step my game up. Solar plexus, sacral, and root. I know I gotta figure out which one. I think I said sacral right, and you know, the other one, if I have to switch up the spaces, definitely hit me in the comment section. I'm cool with learning, you know, but I'm still on a journey. But hematite, excellent for return to sender energy. If people been sending you the side eye, people been kind of like giving you this kind of, you know, and all of that. Trigger alert, I'm not trying to trigger y'all, but I'm just saying, if you've been getting all of that, this is a great crystal to have, because this sends that same energy back to them, right? It's not intentional, but the intention of this crystal here is to keep your good mood good. It's not to force people to be in a bad mood, but it's almost like this. This is a mirror. This black obsidian, if it was shined up good, it would be more like the other name of it. It's called dragon's glass. If you ever, before you open up your phone, right, it's just black. All right, when before you push the button to turn your to turn your screensaver on or whatever, you can see yourself, right, like a mirror, right, but it's black. That's what this is like. All right. Sometimes when you look at this, or when you look at your phone, you can see things in your mind. You can see things about yourself that you can work on and stuff like that. And I'm cool with all of that, you know. And what I've been shown lately is that it's definitely been a lot of monitoring, you know, like monitoring, and like people, you know, kind of hesitant to show love and stuff. And you know, I realized that with the universe, I asked the universe, I was like, you know, what are you trying to show me? And pretty much what the universe was showing me is, what God was saying to me is it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. How they feel about you is none of your business. How you feel about you is your business. What else is there? And then, you know, also subtly, like the subtle nudge that I got from the universe was kind of like, you know, show those people love. Show them love, right? Real, authentic, true love. Even if it's from afar, you know, like you don't have to interact with them and stuff like that, but you can, while you're doing a return to sender, sending love, but you don't go against the universe. What the universe has to do, the universe going to do what it has to do. But you can send love still and say, hey, you know, they don't understand. They don't understand what they, you know, the way they looked at me. They don't understand what's going on. But that doesn't have anything to do with me. That's, you know, on them. But least I could do is just show love and then keep it pushing, you know, and move around, and which is fine. So I was saying in my last video I was speaking about like social media and stuff, and I've been feeling really called to talk about this, but you know, there's been a lot of people who know you're talented, and they, you know, they are purposely trying to not show the love. But I'm here to let you know that you have a new tribe of people coming in this year that are going to surpass what they're doing, you know. And it's not a competition, you know. It's not a competition. It's not, these people aren't coming in to make those people feel bad. They're coming for you. They're coming for you to show you the love that you worked for and that you earned. That's a confirmation. Because you are genuine, you are true. When I say you are genuine, you are true, it's you are genuine and true with yourself. People can see that. There's a lot of people that they really see you. You know, they really see you for who you are, and they know that you're trying your best, and they know that you're doing your absolute best, and your heart is very intentional and very pure and very positive and full with love. So I'm just here to let you know that if you have been going through a lot of people that are like, I guess you can call it cross-watching, where they're not maybe you blocked them, or maybe, you know, you got them out of your energy space, or you cut the energetical cord away, and they're still watching you from like another page just to keep up with you. You know, it'll be like user 12345543221, you know, with no avatar or no face for the account, no post, but they liking 200 people's stuff. They following 200 people and they only have like 4 followers, you know. And they're, you know, it's not to replace them people, because they're gonna, you know, if you block that, they're gonna do another one. They're gonna do it. And so you just have to really, it's all about what you focus on. You focus on the people that are showing you the love. You focus on the people who are supporting you. You focus on the people who, you know, even if they don't spend money with you, they're showing love. They're, you know, they're commenting. They're not forcing you to, they're not forcing themselves to be seen by you. They just, you know, they just genuinely love what you're doing. And I'm just here to let you know that you're calling that energy back. That energy that's yours, that was siphoned from you, that was pulled from you against your will, spiritually, you're getting that back in tenfold. And, you know, the universe saw what was going on, and you will be rewarded for that. You're going to be rewarded for people fronting. You know, like they fronted, they act like it was love and it wasn't, you know. And if that had you, again, like I said earlier, that had nothing to do with you, because you've been authentic. You've been super authentic the whole time. You've been true with yourself the whole time. And you understand, understand, however you want to say it, that you're the finished product and the work in progress at the same time. So you're working on yourself, and maybe where you are now, you weren't there last week, you know, but you're still easy on yourself. You're not being hard on yourself, because you're still learning and growing. And, you know, when I say learning and growing, that means inspirational, you know, inspiration wise, like you're being inspired by the things you're learning. You're being inspired by the things that help you grow and that push you to be good and great. So, you know, as I say in a lot of my videos, you know, we're not focusing on anything that's negative or low vibrational or mundane, or just anything that's just gonna siphon your energy levels down to zero, and, you know, and make it where all you have energy to do is like doom scroll. We ain't talking about that kind of energy. We talking about not even the opposite, because you can't even compare love energy with fear energy. You know, you take the love energy because that's what you've been putting out into the universe. You've been putting it out there, starting with yourself. You've been loving yourself. You've been you just to say, you know, you're a horrible rusher, so you waking up earlier to make sure that things get handled. You know that you love to sleep in, but you want to work out or you want to meditate. So you're purposely waking up an hour or two earlier just so you can do that stuff, so that you can have an excellent start to your day. So that way, when the day starts, you're not already complaining, right? I got the MF Doom going. You know, you're doing what you got to do so that you can be where you need to be. And like Gary Vee says, one of my online mentors, he says, you know, you get your not verbatim, but he was saying, like, get your 10,000 hours in, and that's how you become great at what you're doing. And that's why you see me always posting. I'm always on here posting, and, you know, there's a lot of people that let me change that song. That's a good song though, but, you know, there's a lot of people that, I got the YouTube going, y'all. Alright. Oh, I don't want to hear that either. Come on, y'all. Where y'all at? Yeah, play that. Play that. What was I saying? I sidetracked myself. Hit that like button. Yeah, there's people that, you know, they didn't understand the vision. They didn't understand, you know, especially in my life, there's been a lot of people questioning, like, why, and you know me, man, I never ask God why. I never ask the universe why. I just let things ride out. Whatever it is, it's going to be. Whatever it is, it is. However, I've been asked why plenty of times about, why are you on YouTube? What are you doing over there? And, I'll let people know without spilling my whole story. I'll just let them know, like, hey, look, I'm building brand awareness. I'm building awareness, because even though I'm really good at doing art, I'm also really good with wisdom, and, I do a lot of research with learning how I feel about things. I do a lot of research about things that I'm interested in, that I know would provide value for you, for yourself, for myself, for yourself as well, and for anyone that maybe you may share my content with. Maybe I'm being called to say contact, but I just want y'all to stay inspired, man. I want y'all to stay inspired, and I want y'all to know that even if you have only 5 people liking your stuff, and let's just say, like, you have 400 people following you, but you only have 5 people liking everything that you have, or 10 people liking everything that you have. Cherish those people. Create for yourself, and create for them. Create for yourself and create for them. And it's gonna be a fun journey, because we're not here to look at the analytics. We're not here to look at the numbers. We're not here to wonder who followed, who unfollowed. That's when it starts feeling like work, That's when it starts feeling like you're working to earn people's respect, and you're working to earn the likes and the subscriptions and the follows and everything. And then that's when it becomes like, it's like not fun, and you start feeling like you're boxing yourself in, right? And so I just want y'all to know that, even if people are purposely not liking the content, or and I don't know, maybe, I'm just being called to say this. I'm not saying anybody's going through this. I'm just being called to say this. Just know that if you're going through any of those things, that it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. And the sun is still going to shine. Not everybody could look at the sun all day, though. That don't mean that the sun don't shine. The sun gonna shine, and you gotta respect the sun's ray, and like what you're doing is making other people grow. You shining your light, you being the sun, you shining your light, right, is helping someone else be inspired. You're helping somebody else grow. You're helping somebody else go toward something that they may love. You're helping somebody leave something that is not have any light shining on it, to go toward more sun-based things, or more love-based things, And I make a lot of content about being a co-creator, and teaming up with God, and teaming up with the universe, and getting downloads from the universe, and having God talk to me. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, and God will tell me to just go to a certain place. And when I get there, then I'll get the message. I don't know where I'm going half the time, when I'm being called to go certain places. I just know I'm being told to go there by the universe, by God. And when I'm creating content at the beach, even now, There's no paper. Y'all haven't heard any paper wrinkle up, or I'm not reading notes in my phone. I'm just getting downloads, you know, from the Most High. And when I get to the beach, I love letting y'all know that when I get out there, that I don't have any notes. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. I got almost 2,000 videos, and every one I turn the camera on and I just start talking. I don't even have any. I don't have any message that I'm purposely getting out there. It's not curated, you know. It's not like this is what I'm gonna do, and then this is gonna segue into this, and then this is gonna go into that, and then this is gonna ascend into something. You know, I just turn the camera on. Y'all can tell. I get out there on the sand. I start getting energized. I start getting downloads from the sun. I start getting messages from Mother Earth, and then the messages start flowing, and then the subscriptions start growing. You know, I guess if you let me tell it. But I'm not the one to toot my own horn, or I am gonna pat myself on the back because I'm doing a lot of work. But I'm not gonna toot my own horn because there's plenty of people on YouTube that are creating amazing content, and I'm really inspired. And it doesn't matter if they do take notes or they don't take notes. I still love their stuff. And I watch all kind of stuff. There's stuff that I know before I became healed, I know I would have never watched it. But it feels like ever since I really healed myself and I really got healed and whole, it feels like I'm loving a lot of different types of content more now than maybe I had in the past. I used to be very like, I'm only consuming this. But when you're sure of yourself and you know who you are and you know what you're bringing to the table and you know your worth, you can watch a lot of different people's content, and it won't affect your vision. It won't affect what you get, your connection with Source, because that's a connection. You're building a relationship with God, and nothing anyone else can do can disrupt what you're learning. So I actually love that I'm learning, and I love that I can watch content that has nothing to do with anything that I'm talking about. Like, I'll be watching stuff about other vlogs. I'll be watching podcasts. Sometimes I'll be watching cat videos where cats be, eating ice cream, or people be jumping out of the bushes doing jump scares. I'll be watching all kind of stuff, and I'm cool with it because it doesn't disrupt my vision. It doesn't take me away from my connection with the source of creation, and my message isn't distorted. So I love that. I love that my messages don't get distorted. And plus, I'm not on here showing off like I look like this, or I'm doing this and doing that. But like I said in my last actual video, I said that I'm showing y'all, I'm providing a lifestyle that promotes you, the viewer, to do what's in your heart, and that's why I create videos at the ocean, is because I want to be at nature. I want to be in nature, and I want to, even if you can't get into nature yet, because I know the weather is crazy in some parts of the world, and even if it's not crazy, maybe it's raining too much, or whatever, maybe it's too much snow or blizzard or whatever, natural, disturbances, if that's what I'm gonna call them. But I know nature has to do what it has to do. But I create my videos in nature because not everybody's gonna be in nature that day. That's my inspiration. Some people may go out into nature just because they saw one of my videos, and some people may have to wait until the weather breaks, and it's all good, I love this beat. Mm. Woo. Ugh. It's that MF Doom, what you know about it. Anyways, what was I saying? I love this song. It's one of my favorite beats too. He was a wild boy, man. Hit that like button. Yeah, man, we over here. I don't know how long they're gonna let me shoot a live for. I've been turning it off at the 30-minute mark, but I'm just gonna let it go and I'll see what happens. I'll see how long they let me go stay live for, but or until I'm done with my message. Okay, I guess. Anyways, I got the phone going, watching YouTube. But like I was saying, I'm in nature, right? But the point that I was making was not about being in nature. It was about me promoting. I'm promoting like a carefree kind of lifestyle, and what I aspire to do is promote a sense of calmness. Even though I'm very animated, and I'm doing a lot. I'm doing, I'm spinning around. I'm showing the waves crash. Sometimes I'm in, in the ocean. Sometimes I'm not. But I'm inspiring you all to break out of your patterns and just do something that you love, even if it's just for a few minutes. And 2.5 years, man, we almost at 1,000. We almost at 1,000 subscribers. And pardon me. Hey, listen, I've been up since 5, so I know I look a little, and I know it's getting late, but I'm gonna talk for a few more minutes, and then I probably, go to bed, get some workout, take another shower, brush my teeth, count some Z's, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's neither here nor there, but yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all, man, that don't be discouraged, man. I want y'all to continue pushing on, and just remember, life is funny like that, like you think you're just gonna have a straight path to your purpose, but the reality, that's a confirmation. That's another confirmation. The reality is you may go forward, you may detour because you might fall in love. You may go forward again, you might detour because maybe the finances are going like this, so you might go to the side a little bit. Then you go forward again, and you may niche down. You may start niching down, and instead of doing everything really good, you might just do one thing excellent. Which that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm kind of just like, because I used to just do everything. I used to do all kind of, oh man. Ask my daughter. I'm gonna get my daughter on here one day, my oldest daughter, and let her tell you. Well, I used to paint. I'm telling y'all all the stuff I used to do. Paint, airbrush, customize sneakers. What else? Rap, make beats, What else? Write poetry, illustration. You know what I mean? Now that, I'm an illustration, logos, author, I'll be just, and that's the thing about this journey is you don't have it all figured out, and it's fun. It's so much fun because, you know, I don't have to have it all figured out, and the minute you think you have to have it all figured out, that's when it starts becoming like work, and it starts becoming um like a persona, like you're trying to keep up a persona, like you're trying to keep an image a certain way. And I love the fact that I might change. I mean, hey, who knows? This year or next year, I might start making rugs. I might, how they be doing the custom rugs and stuff, like when you draw the images in the computer and then you put it on a rug, a rug, and you hit it with the stitching gun, and then you shave it down with the clippers. Go ahead and check that out on Instagram. They be having a lot of videos doing all that. Let's see what we got going on here. I don't hear that. Yeah, I like that. Ooh, I want to rap when I hear this. Y'all ain't ready for the raps. Y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready to hear this and that. No, let me stop. Nah, but next year and then the year after that, who knows? If I don't do the rugs, I might just travel. I mean, I wanna I kind of want to get to a place where ultimately my goal, the one that I'm sharing right now, because I have a lot of different goals. I'm not going to get into all of them, but my goal ultimately is to just really embellish in getting into the actual lifestyle and really locking into it and really going down different pathways, and just to see how I interpret it. And of course I'm gonna share it and get y'all to check out the content. There's some things that I do want to do with the channel, or I might start another channel and make different kind of content. But I just love hopping on here, man, and and talking with y'all. And I believe that it's important every so often to really let y'all get a deep dive into my mind and see where my head is at every so often, and just so y'all can get an idea of where I'm coming from, because I just want y'all to know that it's always all about authenticity on this side. I just want y'all to know that it's always, and things change. I change. I mean, the change, the version of the version of person that I am right now, I wasn't even this person 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I was a whole different kind of person, doing different stuff. I never imagined doing all this. But when I would imagine, I said, well, I would do all of this type of stuff when I did sit and imagine it. And I went for it, and here I am. And shoot, man, you lose, sometimes you lose friends. Sometimes you lose friends, you gain family. Sometimes you lose a job and gain a career. Sometimes you lose a career and start a business, or rather, I should say, sometimes you start a hobby and end up with a business. Or, like I was saying earlier in the video, sometimes you counsel people for years. Of course, like without being an actual counselor, but people ask you questions, but you counsel people for years, and then you end up doing it via YouTube. You hop on here, you let people know on a wisdom side where you're coming from. But listen, man, one thing I gotta say real quick. 2026, man, when you see this, really this message is timeless, but I'm just going to tell y'all the year anyways, 2026. if people are showing you that they purposely don't want to rock with what you have going on and they want you to be heard about it, don't be afraid to cut them off, please. Like, it's ain't no love lost. You know, a lot of times, the problem is never about love. It's about, you know, people getting you out of thinking about yourself, and you don't want to be so far in the water, no pun intended, because I know this is the ocean experience. You don't want to be so far in the water where you're not close to, like, you know, you worried about everybody else's stuff and then you lose touch with yourself, you know. So this is a great year to cut ties with anything that's not serving you. Cut ties with any person that's not serving you. Cut ties with any business relationship that's not serving you. Cut ties with any job that is no longer serving you. Cut ties with any place that you go a lot that's not serving your highest good. Cut ties with anywhere that you are currently living where the energy is always like a dark cloud over your head. Cut ties with it. Just you don't have to have a big PSA, a public service announcement. Hey, guess what? In 2 weeks, I'm gonna stop talking to everybody. Just the minute they show you that they're not rocking with you, that they're not interested, cut it off. Because trust and believe, the universe will fill that void with your tribe. People that love you and they want to see you win. This commercial, come on, man. They be doing all yo. Don't say that on the video. Yo, sometimes I don't think YouTube be knowing who they be showing some of these commercials to. They be saying the wildest stuff. I was like, hey, yo. Whatever. Get the real dynastic music. But I'm letting y'all know, man. You don't have to give no big PSA, hey, in 2 weeks, I'm going to no longer be in service. You know, or what do they say on these jobs? We're going in a different direction. Wishing you all the best. You know, not trying to trigger nobody, but put yourself in that position where you're taking control of your life and you're letting things and people and mindsets and things that you say and things that you think and things that you feel, let anything that's not serving your highest good, let them know through action that it doesn't work here anymore. You're gone. You don't have to let people know and say, hey, I'm just checking in. Hey, let me know we can't be talking anymore. You don't have to go, you know, please don't do that. But things change, people change. If the things ever change and they can rock with you again and it's authentic, then hey, you know, maybe, you know, if y'all want to let them back in or whatever, then only time will tell. Only the universe will tell. God will show it to you different. But don't let anything get in the way of your success, please, man, because the time is too short. You know, we don't know if you don't know how much time we got left. A lot of us, you know, and I don't want to sound like scary or nothing like that, but like one thing that Gary Vee said, and I love when he said this. He said, you know, what if this is your last Monday? You know what I mean? You know, you got to go hard. You know, what if you know? What if you know you don't have that much time? So keeping tabs on you, but they hating on you behind your back, or they got something slick to say, or they try to, you know, oh my goodness, I just got the vision. One of my favorite, absolute favorite, one of many of my favorite tarot readers. I don't want to butcher the name. The Draconian priestess. She said something along the lines of, when they can't, when you know your value, when you know your value. Anybody who watches her content knows what I'm about to say. But when you know your value, sometimes people can't afford what you offering, so they try to break you so that they can afford you as the broken version. Yeah, I mean, and you don't let people break you. I love that she said that because it inspired. It rewired a thought process that I had. It's almost like when you meditate and your brain does like a whole rewiring, and you kind of expand your consciousness. It's like that. I love watching different tarot readers. I love it. Or just readers. Like there's this one that I watch, Jadina. Everything spot on. Firework. That's another one you gotta look into. Who else? There's a lady for the Chosen Ones. I love her content too. And she has this adorable little puppy, and all the messages be like, Another one, Maji got the tea, banging. You go watch Maji got the tea. She got the tea. That's a lot. I be on YouTube like this, and sometimes I'll be like, oh, let me hop on Instagram and check everybody out, and then but I'll go right back on YouTube and I'll be diving in. Ocean experience, baby. It's the ocean experience. I dive in. I love it. I love it when people keep it real with me. Tell it how it is, not how it's supposed to be. That's how I like. I love it when it's like that. I don't like all that beating around the bush and wait till next week to tell me something you can say right now. So just get it in the open, and let's build and let's grow. Like, I'm all about growth and evolution, and I'm a truth seeker. I'm a truth teller. I don't lie. I don't, none of my business if anybody else lies. I just don't like it. I just don't like lies. I don't like learning if something is real twice. I like to know it's real once. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't with all that jumping through the hoops and all of that. I don't want to do all that. That's wisdom talking. That's wisdom, man. I don't know if I have time to jump through all them hoops and wonder, what people think about themselves in order to, it's kind of funny because you wonder, like, what would make a person want to lie to you? Like, what is it that they see in themselves and then see in you to where you don't deserve the truth? It's like, that's crazy. I'm a truth seeker. I'm a truth teller. I tell the truth, and with love, because you have to be super discerning. You don't want to hurt people or break them down with the truth, but you want to let people know what people do want to know what's going on. And the quicker you can get people the truth, the quicker they can deal with life authentically. That's the quickest way to being authentic, is the truth. The truth in the light. The truth in the light. Somebody, I forget who said it, but somebody said, I don't know, it was a rapper or something. He said something like, I'm speaking truth to light. In other words, like speaking the truth to God, or speaking the truth to the universe. This thing is, I don't know what's going on. I see what's going on with this. Getting me. Anyways, yeah, I got the selenite going on underneath it here, and the MOLDAVITE, and I got a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Okay. Um, yeah, man. I don't know, man. That's crazy. I don't know. It's beyond me. Who am I to judge? All I know is I love how the truth is. The truth is like, it's like what Ralph Smart said once. He said, the the truth will piss you off. Excuse my French. I know, I don't know if there's any kids watching, but he said the truth will set you. The truth will set you off. Hit that like button. The truth will piss you off, but it'll set you free. That's just the way the truth is. Like I'd rather it be straight up and down. It don't have to be like vulgar or mean, but the truth can be liberating. It can liberate. It can put you into a freedom mindset where because we all deserve the way we truly want to live, and I believe it takes being true with yourself to get there. I believe it comes from keeping people around you who are straight shooters, who will give it to you straight as they see it, when they see it. It takes a lot. It takes a village. You have to have a lot of. It's like what you say when you're raising a child. It takes a village. The same comes with telling the truth. It takes a lot of different kind of people who, in a loving way, they don't care how people feel about what they're about to say, but they still say it with love, and they say it because they love you. Truth is love. Truth is love. In a way. Even though love is its own energy, but the truth is like a bridge, that you can cross to get to love. Because when someone is grounded enough to tell you the truth, that means they love you. That means they really love you. That means they really love you. And they really want to see you thrive and grow and prosper. But if somebody doesn't tell you the truth, that means they fear you. They fear you. And they're afraid of what you can grow to be. And they're afraid of what can happen if you cut the apron strings, as my mom would say. Sometimes people got to cut them apron strings, cut, snip. You know what I'm saying? People get, it's your journey. It's your journey. It's not about, I was gonna say people could take it how they want to take it. It's a little rude. I don't think that's appropriate for me to say, but it's the truth. Because it's your journey. It's up to you. A lot of times people will. Let's see what else I got going on. A lot of times people. I never heard this before.
Once upon a time, there was a little boy who lived in the deep, dark jungles of Africa. His name was Little Sambo.
Okay. I don't know. I never heard that one before. I like this one. MF Doom, y'all. Got the MF Doom going on. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Yeah. If people let you, I can stop the sentence right there. It's not about anyone letting you do anything. It's about you letting yourself do everything. All right? Hit that like button. The truth is it's amazing because when you grow, they're gonna grow. When you grow, the people that are with you are gonna grow. Everybody's gonna grow together in their own way. The levels will feel the same, but everyone will have what they need because they're pouring into you, you're pouring into them, so on and so forth. Yeah. And love is love, man. You know, I like to know that I can be myself around people and it doesn't offend them or it doesn't make them feel like I'm shining my light too bright on them. You know, I like um, because you don't want to dim your light just to keep a friend or to deal with family. And who am I to tell people how to handle anybody or anything like that? I would never want to tell y'all how to be. I'm just saying that as you discern and you figure out who's for you and who's not for you, the universe will start to cut people out of your life, um, to where they're only able to just watch what you're doing. They won't have an input. And everyone knows the laws of cause and effect, right? I know that the effect is a direct action of the cause, and the cause is a direct action of the effect. Like, one can't happen without the other. It's almost up there with like shamanism, like being a shaman, or whatever, or a seer. Be knowing how something ended, you can see how it might have started that way, or seeing a person start something a certain way, you'll know how the end is going to be, and that comes with wisdom, that comes with discernment, and you'll know very quick how to travel between the past and the future, while you're in the present, by dealing with working with the law of cause and effect. There's a lot of many laws. Definitely look into the book of was it Hermetics? No, I gotta get back to y'all. I can't remember what the name of that book was. I know they spoke about it a little bit in the Emerald Tablets. Might have been the book of Hermetics. I'm wilding. If y'all know the name, just go ahead and hit me in the comments about that. But that book I read twice. I need to read it a lot more. I did read it twice. I read not as much as I read the Emerald Tablets. I read the Emerald Tablets at least 20 times. And I still get something new from the Emerald Tablets every time I read it. And I still would like to read it another 20 or 40 more times, just so that I can fully understand everything that was being said. Those are some books. Check out those books. If you're not a reader, tangibly, put the earphones in and listen to a book while you do other things, while you vacuum and or whatever you may be getting into. I don't know. I'm watching the clock, the timer, because I don't know when this video is gonna end. I don't want it to end while I'm saying something important. I don't want it to end while I'm saying something important, so I don't think I'm gonna be making another video tonight. It's almost 11 o'clock. To that amazing books about like Egypt, and even I encourage you all to like look up being scrying or scrying, or like being able to see things with your mind's eye, shaman stuff. Just look at the life, and I don't like that beat. look at the lifestyle, look at the journey, right, of that. Look at the journey of a lot of like what was going on in Egypt. Look at the journey. No, we're not doing that. I don't know what's going on with the end of these beats. I guess I gotta find some other beats. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what else I could find. It went crazy. Hold on a second. No, I don't want to see that. Yeah, y'all. I want to get some. Let's see. Let me see something. He had this. Oh yeah, he did have this fire beat. Let me see. It's somebody different. This is Quan Lee. Go check that out. But yeah, that's some of the books that I would encourage you all to look into. I'm always into higher learning. I'm always into trying and striving and really getting super into what it is I can learn about myself as well as others. Yeah, y'all. But it's getting late. Boy been up since 5. I just feel that I felt like just hopping on the live. This is gonna be a long one, but I don't even know what I'm gonna name this one. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all tonight, man. I don't even want to hold y'all up, man. But listen, I'm glad, if y'all get a chance to watch this, just know that you all greatly appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. And, sending y'all love, sending y'all light in hopes that everything that you get into is blessed, all right? See y'all soon. Namaste.